Good afternoon. Today is October 20th. The time is now 3:02 p.m. So I am calling this meeting of the Academic Senate to order. Our Academic Senate community values are posted on every single agenda. And so today I would like to share number 7 and highlight that one. Be mindful that each of us represents our division, but we also represent the faculty body as a whole. In our conversations and decisions, we strive to represent our divisions while also being committed to the faculty body as a whole. And this is especially important today as we rank for future faculty position offerings. Zoom meeting guidelines. Unless you are a senator, you can only speak during the times of public comments. So whether it's public comment or regular meeting time for anyone, please raise your virtual hand in the Zoom controls. So if you are from the public or a non-senator, you can do that when I call for public comments. Senators can do that during the different agenda items throughout the meeting. The agenda has been posted and distributed with today no suggestions to take items out of order. So unless I hear otherwise, I will assume we accept the agenda as posted. Okay. All right, so which brings me to item 3.1, our time for public comments. So if there is anyone here that would like to address the Senate at this time, you have 3 minutes to do so each. Please raise your virtual hand in your Zoom controls to indicate that you would like to make a public comment. I am seeing no indication of interest for giving a public comment at this time, so I will continue to move on. No meetings to review and approve today. President's report, I'm going to keep this exceptionally short today. I have very few things to share with you. One of them is that we are in the very, very, very early stages of discussing a modality called high flex. This modality has several different definitions. And so the small subgroup that has been pulled together to discuss what that will look like and what the future of it is first of all, wrangling with what is high flex and what will it look like on campus and can we provide it and what equipment needs to happen and things like that. So as we talk about the fall plenary and our preparations around that, there is a couple of resolutions requesting the state's Senate to crystallize, let's say, their high flex policy and procedures and everything around that. And so as that happens at the state level and as innovation happens in our classroom, we will see changes around that. So right now there are discussions around high flex. It was very, very early in the process, and more will come, and I will report out as more things come to fruition. What else? The other thing I want to share is today marks the day we opened up our Constitution revisions for consideration by the full faculty body. So probably if you guys checked your email by now, you saw my email out to the full faculty body. Senators, please put it in your notes to make a point multiple ways, emails, texts, reminding in your own division meetings, and also like polite in-person badgering when you see your colleagues in real life, that your full-time faculty, tenure track faculty, to vote in the Constitution. I don't care how they vote. Maybe you would like to give them insight, but just as long as people vote, because remember, the big heavy lift around constitutional changes is getting enough participation for the vote to be even valid. So senators, please make sure you are politely badgering the faculty that are eligible to vote. Okay, other than that, I had a follow-up meeting with Dr. Scott and Cornelia Alzheimer after we had our special meeting last week to share out not only the Senate's recommendations and the resolution that we came to, but also where our class schedule is at for the spring. For the most part, we made that 50% suggestion of face-to-face and hybrid modality versus online. So Dr. Scott can speak better to that if you have questions for her. And then the only other thing I want to say is what? I don't think anything else at this point. So we'll move on to item 5.2, Senate Liaison Report. Senate Liaison, do you have anything that you would like to share out with the Senate at this time that's not in the written report? Or that is in the written reports and that you would like to highlight? Senate Liaisons, you're all good? Okay, right on. Dr. Kathy Scott, are you with us? Would you like to give a EVP report?
Thank you, Rayanne. I would just like to thank you and thank Cornelia for meeting with the different departments about the spring schedule. I do think it was helpful. Many areas have moved up their percentage of on-campus or hybrid or both. And I'm going to leave the specifics out at this moment, but there are a few areas we're still working with. But the vast majority have been helpful in this regard. And I know that these were not easy conversations, but I do appreciate it. And I think we're doing better for our students right now in terms of what our schedule looks like for spring. So that's really the only thing I wanted to say here today. The deans and I did do our rankings for the faculty full-time hiring priorities, and I'm sure you'll be sharing that, but I just wanted to thank you for the work you did to help with the spring schedule. And I'm not staying, I have a couple of conflicts, but I just wanted to say thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns about any of the reports from senators at this time? Okay, I'm seeing none. Thanks so much. There was no request to agendize items at future meetings at this time. We have no items on our consent agenda. So now I will move on to our information items. So there are a number of items here that have been posted on previous agendas for faculty ranking, which we will be doing today. Here you will find the proposed timeline. We also have acronyms and important terminology in case you hear questions, comments, or concerns about that. Our methods for our ranking is posted here as well as our criteria. So these are all here for information items should anyone want to reference them. We have a call for a faculty appointment to the EEOAC committee. So HR reached out and asked if there was anyone available for that. So the information about that committee is here. Long story short, this is not a committee that meets necessarily on a regular basis. There is the fourth Tuesday of the month, the second and the fourth, but also if you are a rep on this committee, it is expected that you get the training so that you can serve as an EEO rep on hiring committees. So if you're interested, please email me directly. Item 7.3, this is the last and final call for our Exemplary Program Award. The information is provided here as well as on previous agendas and has been shared out several different times by Darren Gerard. So if you are interested in nominating a program, please make sure that your nominations are in by this Friday. At our next meeting, October 27th, we will have the amazing opportunity to share out the recommended awardee for this year. Okay, which brings me to our action item. So I tend to forget this. So at this time, I'll call again for any, I forgot the word, public comments. If there's any public comments that anybody would like to make at this time before we get into item 8.1, now would be your time to declare that. Okay, and I'm seeing none. So we are now at item 8.1, which is our faculty ranking process. Okay. So a couple of things are linked here on our agenda. And I believe before we ranked, the Senate moved to hear the dean's rankings, or excuse me, see or hear, however you want to say that, the dean's rankings for the positions without any questions, comments, or concerns or narrative provided around it. Does my memory serve me correct? Okay, so I will share out the dean's rankings prior to our rankings, but please let me make sure that we are all on task and understand what we're going to do once we start ranking. So there is a PDF attached to the agenda. No, that's the questions, sorry. There is a PDF attached to the agenda, which is what I'm calling an example ballot. Pre-COVID, when we would all sit in BC 214, we would be doing our rankings with pencil and paper, and our ballot would look like this. And as senators completed their rankings, they would turn it in for tallying and ranking in real time on the whiteboard. So this PDF was created for senators to use to kind of sort through your own rankings for each of the positions. So let me remind you all, we use the WOPAT method, or an adjusted WOPAT method, and you are to assign 6 number 1s, 6 number 2s, 6 number 3s, and 6 number 4s to these different positions listed, where 1 is the highest ranking possible and 4 is the lowest. If you are keeping track, the sum of all the numbers should be 60. So this PDF is if you wanted to do it ahead of time by hand, or if you want to do it now and work through it. Please note that for each of the departments or programs disciplines requesting more than one position, they are identified as position 1 and position 2. And please make sure that the lower rank is always assigned to the lower position number. Meaning, if you wanted to rank, so if you wanted to rank one academic counseling center position like very high and then the other one lower, you would give, let's say, like the first one the 2, I'm just making this up, and then the second one the 4. Okay, so that's true for academic counseling, associate's degree nursing, biological sciences, computer sciences, DSPS, and English. Okay, and so for this to work, you have to keep that in mind. Other than that, we have the questions that everybody posted for our presenters to follow up in real time. And then there was the how-to video, so we're not going to watch that now. Hopefully senators watched it prior to this. So when we start ranking, I am asking senators to use a Google form, which was emailed to senators. I will also put it in the chat. Senators, you have to use your K number for voting. I am not going to show your K number. Your K number will not be made public, but it has to be recorded in the voting to make sure that non-senators aren't voting or something like that, okay? So once I open up the ballots, which is a Google form, you all can submit your rankings, and then I'll use the algorithms that I created to check all the ballots. And then what we do is we look at the top ranks. Let me remind myself, the top 6 and the bottom 6. And then the middle 12 from our first round are not shown because they go into a second round ranking, and we just do the middle ones. And then we rank those, and then the top 3 and the bottom 3 are kept, and then we rank the middle ones again for one final round of ranking. And then if there's a tie, we'll handle that if we get there. Okay, so we're doing all of that through a Google form. It's not active yet. Other than that, what are other questions, comments, or concerns at this time? Russell.
Hey, Ray, working on unmuting. When you share with us the dean's list, could it be a written list so we can choose to look at it or not as we see fit? Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? If not, I can go ahead and share the dean's ranking list. Please bear with me while I grab that. I grabbed it prior to the meeting, did I? So did. Okay, so to honor Russell's request and to not share this out, I'm just gonna or not say it out loud. I'm gonna share my screen. For those of you that don't want to know anything, in case there's a question, I would also suggest you turn down your volume in case somebody has a question to ask. And then I can like throw up a reaction emoji on my screen so that you know to come back and turn up your volume to re-engage with the meeting. So here are our non-explained dean's rankings for Senate to review.
Ray, can you zoom in, please? Thank you.
Ruth?
Can you explain what the zeros mean?
Yes, I can. Can I do that after everybody's digested? Maybe everybody has digested.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Does anybody need more time to digest the list?
Yes, please. Okay, I'm done.
Anybody else would like a minute to digest the list?
Yes.
I will also be posting this list to our agenda after everybody has a chance to look at it. So for those of you that want to see it after I close this out, you can refer back to it. So is there anyone else that would like a moment to digest? Robin?
Yeah, we only have one marine diving position on our ranking, but they have two on this list.
So it was a typo in the packet created for us. I addressed this previously.
Oh, sorry, I
so
missed it.
No, it's okay. So what I shared out with the Senate was that in the packet, it indicated 2 marine diving tech positions, and that was incorrect. And I thought Jeff also mentioned that during his presentation and confirmed. The deans may not have caught that, and so they gave the ranking,
Got it. Yeah, I did catch that at the previous meeting. I thought you had said something differently today that I missed.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything today. No, I mean, the deans ranked both.
One that, so it hasn't like been added back in or anything. It's still only one position. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I think the deans were just going off of that packet, not realizing there was the typo. Any other questions other than the zeros? Okay, so the zeros, which are for the first 4 positions, let's say, are at the top. Those are for positions that have external SBCC funding, and therefore they do not come out of the general fund and or don't that's not a word, use very little of the general fund because they're 80% grant funded. So that is why there are 4 that are like 0, rank 0, meaning that, yeah, let's just hire for these positions because they're not affecting the overall SBCC budget. And so let's just kind of consider them not part of the ranking, so to speak, if that makes sense. Any other questions before I close this out? Robin?
Sorry, left my hand up.
No worries. Jess?
So, yeah, okay, so the zeros, I can almost, so if I had a different priority, then I could, and it wasn't one of those, for example, then I could just say that that's not taking its place. And then I'm just not sure what to do with those zeros that they have, because I didn't take that into consideration originally in making my rankings. And so
we don't, right, that is not a practice that we use. We hear the 24 proposals and we rank accordingly. So
okay,
we do not have zeros. That is not part of our methods. This is the deans. This is what they said and how they thought of these positions.
okay, I guess it would be irrelevant in picture anyway. So, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if it's messing up your mind, just, start at the top and call that one number 1 and then go down, right? I mean, other questions before we do our own ranking? No? All right. Jess?
I lowered mine as you lowered mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I raised mine. Thanks.
Right on. Okay. So as I open up the Google form for our ranking, okay, please know the following. 1, if your K number isn't correct or the form is yelling at you, please let me know. Okay. 2, if there's a problem, I don't want to shout out K numbers. So what I'll do is say somebody with the K number with the last 2 digits of, there's an issue with your ranking, and I'll tell you what it is. After you submit the Google form, you will get a confirmation page, and it says, would you like to edit your rankings? I need senators to keep that open until I give the go ahead, in case you're one of the, God, this word is lame, but like naughty senators that like goofed up the ordering or something, or had like too many ones and not enough twos and blah, 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 blah. So if you're a naughty senator, my God, I want to like throw up in my mouth when as I say that. Keep that open so that all you have to do is hit edit, and it takes you back to your Google form so that you can edit and just fix the small goofs that you may have made. Does that make sense? I'm going to take deafening silence
Yes.
as a yes. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ruth. All right, so I'm turning on the form now. It is now accepting responses. If senators don't have their email open, there is the link for the Google form for ranking.
Ray,
Yes, Russell, what's up?
the counseling position 1 and counseling position 2, one was academic and one was addictive disorders. Which one is which? Is that-
No, actually a little bit different. Academic counseling was requested 2 positions. Addictive disorders counseling was a completely separate position.
So I just haven't read far enough down?
Mhm.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Ray. I noticed, so in our rankings on this form, there's bio 1 and bio 2. And then on the dean's list, it was BMS and bio.
Mhm.
Is that their own like self note? Like, is that a note to themselves, or I don't see anything differentiating the two on ours?
So there wasn't, because unlike art, which differentiated the two quite specifically,
Yeah.
and had one for art history and one for ceramics, biological sciences was requesting a replacement position, position 1, and a new position, position 2. And so I think
Okay.
as I understood what was read, what was the narrative, BMS was their position 1. So
Okay. Thank you.
I tried to be really consistent with what our documentation said, so that it was congruent with what we had. Trisha?
Yeah, I'm getting, I put the K in and it said not to, and then I went back and fixed it, but it's still telling me I have a problem. Let Ray know there is a problem.
Yeah, I have the same thing, but I'll try it without the K.
Right,
Well,
without the-
I removed the K, it's still doing it.
right, so remove the K and also remove any
The front
space,
zeros. Oh,
So, okay,
not the front zeros, no. Just the number and no spaces. So the way it
Yeah.
works is it matches.
yeah.
And then
8 digits.
resubmit. That happened to me. Just hit resubmit at the bottom.
All right, I'll try again. Okay, something else I'm missing because it keeps doing it.
yeah, I have the same thing. Does
Okay.
it not like my email with the pipeline in it?
It doesn't collect your emails. Let me take a look. Trisha, can you use the chat function to privately send me your K number one more time? And Joy, can you do the same thing for me so that I can double check that your K number is in there and working?
Mhm.
They had to check it against my badge, so.
So Trisha, I deleted a 0 from yours, so yours should now work. And I'm just waiting on Joy's to be sent to me.
Can you see it? Oh, I think I sent it to Christina.
Oh,
Can you still see it, Ray, or not?
I can't. I only see
Okay.
Trisha's.
All right, sorry.
It's okay.
Mine worked. Thanks, Ray.
Now can you see it?
Nope.
Why not?
There, I'm gonna. Oh, now I can. Now I can.
Okay. I've got all my rankings in there and I double checked it, so
Okay.
once it's good to go, it's good to go.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just find your K number. It might be something as simple as what was wrong with.
I'm taking it off my badge, so I like I have an eye problem if it's wrong.
No, it's probably me. It's typically user input error with this stuff, not you all. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, Joy, that should fix it.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else K number issues, submitting issues? We got 12 responses and I believe 16 voting members of the Senate. No, 16 voting members. So I'm waiting for 16.
Should be 13 now, Ray.
Yep, I got 13. Waiting for 3 more.
Mine's still not working.
Okay, and you deleted the K and you have no spaces anywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Joy, including no space at the end of K number, right?
Right.
Let's see, okay. Ah, it's still not happy.
Okay, just 1 second, Joy. Let me make sure I'm not deleting anyone else's K numbers out of this. The good news is after the K numbers get situated this first time around, then they're done.
Mhm, mhm.
Think I finally have them all fixed. Double checking with my eyes. All right, Joy, try one more time for me.
So should I just hit the submit again and see if it's happier?
Yep.
Okay. No.
Okay. I'm going to take requirement off for this and go ahead and submit your response without your K number.
All right, I am alone in the room. It is only me.
No worries. Were you able to submit, Joy? Is she there?
No, no. Mm-mm.
So, okay, maybe I didn't explain well. I took the requirement of the K number off.
Oh, so I should take the K number out.
Yep, take the K
Okay.
number out. Yep, leave that field blank and then go to the bottom and submit.
Okay, I didn't take it out.
Okay, perfect.
Well, can you see it? It's still saying it's required question, but I can't, I'm not getting that form that says keep it open. I don't know what to do.
It might be that you need to hit refresh on the
There we go.
form, because if it's still showing up as required, you shouldn't see that anymore.
Yeah, so go to the, thank you, Sam. Go to the top of your web browser maybe and hit the refresh button, or perhaps Command R.
If it's on a PC, it would be F5.
Thank you.
Okay, oh, thank you.
And so the requirement should be gone.
Okay. Is that like Control F5 or something?
You're
Nope.
on a PC.
It's not going away. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Maybe close the browser and reopen the link.
Should I just redo the whole thing?
Uh,
I could do it pretty fast. I have it written down.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Perfect. Yeah, maybe close that out and reopen the link.
then we'll do that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. What's saying it's not accepting the,
Yeah, I'm worried about a rando from the public, so I closed it. So if it's back open for you, try the
yeah,
link
okay,
again.
got it. And I'm not gonna put my K number in.
Right.
Oh, yeah, now let me just double check. I think my answers, it did refresh for me.
Perfect.
Yeah. Woohoo, all right, I got it.
Coolness. All right. So I need a moment for transposing cells and sorting and covering things up. So, you know, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back with you all in just a moment.
You don't all have to talk at the same time.
You're funny, Christina.
I was just wondering, like, does anybody know any songs?
This is a public meeting that's being recorded, so I'm not going to threaten bodily harm, but do not sing. Robbie.
There we go. Baby saved the day.
Oh, there we go. What's her name again, Christina?
Emilia.
Hi, Amelia.
Hi, Emilia. Hi. She's saying hi with her hand.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
That's my daughter's name.
What? Whose daughter's name?
Mine.
That's your daughter's name?
Hmm.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful.
love the name. Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm so excited. You're so excited.
How old's your daughter?
Nice.
Jess?
My daughter is 3,
Oh.
going on 13. So, or 30 sometimes, I feel.
I also have a 3-year-old and she's going through a Spider-Man phase. It's really fun.
Oh, nice. We're in the same spot.
Cute.
My son is 5, so he kind of catalyzed that. We're all about Marvel right now.
Fun. I know. I can, I mean, not everyone's free to do whatever, but I like this Spider-Man better than dressing up in princesses because I'm not very dressy up, so I don't have dresses for her.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she loves Marvel. I think her favorite is probably like Captain America or Black Panther, but Spider-Man is definitely up there. And then my son is going to be Iron Man, and she's actually going to be Clifford the big red dog because she loves dogs too. So She's been wearing it every day since like a month ago.
Is anyone else excited for the Dodgers game tonight?
I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Crazy last game, huh?
Oh yeah. I was actually in class, so I missed the end of it. So maybe I was the bad luck charm. And then right when I stopped watching, everything turned around.
I think they were a little upset by people leaving.
Yeah, that's right. I would have left if I was at the game. I mean, it's like,
I don't know, man. You don't leave in a playoff game in the World Series, like World Series. That's because I'm the type that's always gonna like never know.
yeah, yeah. It's true, especially with baseball.
Yeah, I mean, who was it that hit like? Was it Boston that hit like 2 grand slams the other day?
Oh, I haven't been following the other series.
Oh,
Maybe, yeah.
Elizabeth said, yeah. 2 grand slams, man. It's crazy. What time does that game start?
I think it's at 5, I want to say.
5:08.
5:08.
Again?
Yeah.
Does anybody know why it starts at 5:08? What does that mean? What am I missing here?
That's a good question. I've always wondered the same. It was like 6:07 or 5:08 or something like that.
Maybe
Yeah.
giving people enough time to log off Zoom and turn the TV on.
Yeah. I got sunset for us at 6:17, so it's not that. We'll go with the Zoom conference thing.
I just Googled it, and it says that baseball games start at odd times due to pregame festivities and television contracts. They usually start pregame festivities at the top of the hour. And so then they have about 5 to 10 minutes to do a game introduction and get in a commercial break. I mean, you'd think that they would just start that at like 4:53 or something, you know, and I guess like in basketball, it's like if the game starts at 6:30, they don't actually have tip off until 8-10 minutes after that for the same reason. So maybe that's just when they set their start times. So I guess in basketball, that's when they want you to tune in and start watching their commercials. And then for baseball, it's like, no, if you tune in at this time, that's when the first pitch is going to happen.
Yeah, I want to join in on the festivities too. Elizabeth, are you a Boston fan?
I'm a Kike fan. I'm a Dodger fan, but
Baseball
I'm the
fan?
Red Sox. What?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say baseball
All right,
fan
so
in
if my
general. Though.
algorithms
Yeah.
work. And it's possible they don't. Can the senator with the last two numbers in their K number, 3, 4, take a look again at their ballot. My flags are telling me that you have too many 3s, or excuse me, I don't know if it's too many 3s, but you have the incorrect number of 3s and the incorrect number of 4s. So if you could please check your ballot for me. And again, it might be me and not you.
Ray, you said last two numbers 3, 4.
AG,
Of the K number.
AI, AJ. That should be right. C2 through C2. That should be right, but I'm willing to be wrong.
Oh, so my K number ends in 3, 4, but when I went back, it said the form is no longer accepting responses.
And the sum is not 60. So I think that means that the checks are correct, I think. It's not full 3. Ellen, is that you?
Yeah, it's saying
Can't hear you.
what?
Ellen,
Yes, can you hear me?
can now.
Okay. It's saying the form is no longer accepting responses.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, you should be able now to go back and edit. All right, so everyone's.
Okay, I have to do it over again apparently, which is fine, but it'll just take a minute.
If R2 is less than Q2, let me set that up right. If R2 is less than Q2, then flag. Okay, yeah, that's set up right. Okay. Let's see, academic senator with 4-6 as the last two. You have not the correct number of ones, not the correct number of twos. You have the correct number of threes, and you have the correct number of fours.
Well, that would make sense because ones and twos are the only ones I didn't double check. So let me.
Thank you. Everything else for everyone else looks good. Thank goodness. And just holler at me when you're done.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Yes, you did. Thanks, Anna.
Okay, mine should be fixed too.
All right. That all checks. 5 more checks, and then I can finally rank. I definitely cannot take the baby right now, babe. Okay. All right, everybody's ranking checks, and now for the summing. I'm gonna do C3. Okay. All right, I am ready to show the top 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bottom 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're on the same screen because they're in a spreadsheet and I just hid the columns, okay? Remember that low rank is high, and let me say that differently. Low numbers are our high ranks, large numbers are our low ranks, okay? So here is the results from our first round of ranking. Share Safari. Yes, okay. So 1 through 6, ADN nursing position 1, physics and engineering number 2, construction technology number 3, computer science number 4, biological sciences number 5, and DSPS number 1. So those are our first top ranked 6 positions. Our lowest ranks are computer science position 2, the School of Modern Language Spanish position, theater arts, academic counseling center position 2, English position 2, and ADN nursing number 3. Does anybody need more time to digest this? If not, I'd like to create the ballots, the next round of ballots with these positions removed so that we're just ranking the middle bunch. So we good? I can stop screen sharing. Okay, step one, for those of you that like the paper ballot, a new paper ballot is being put in the chat as a link. So what you will notice is that the 6 top ranks and 6 bottom ranked positions are removed. You will now see that because we are ranking 12 positions, we are doing 4 1s, 4 2s, and 4 3s. And the sum of all numbers should be 24. Okay, so your updated ballot is here. And I'm gonna get going on the Google form for you all for submission. And if there's any errors, tell me. Oh, where is the new form for round 2 in email? Not seeing it there. No, it's in the. So I was creating the Google form. That one didn't exist. So I shared the paper ballot. And now I'm working on the Google form. So for those of you that are ready, there's the link to the Google form.
Are you emailing that to us, Ray?
I can, I just put it in the chat.
Okay, that's fine.
Ray, the chats don't seem to be dated or timed, so I see 3 forms. Is it the first, the last, the middle? Oh, there we go. Now I got a time. Never mind.
The one at 4:15 is the most recent one.
Got
So
it.
when-
Yeah.
Yeah, when everybody opens it, it should say Fall 2021 ranking, round 2.
Okay. I'm sorry, I just thought the Google Doc, so I'm messing this up here.
It's okay.
So
The
maybe,
Google Doc was the paper form for people that like to write. If you have a
Okay.
printer or an iPad and you want to write on the paper-based form, but your official ranking goes through the Google form.
cool. Hello? Hey, Brian.
Russell, yes.
I got him. Don't worry. I was enjoying the. Okay. Joy, you need an email to you. Okay, hold on one second, Joy. I'll email. Does anybody else need it emailed to them? That's emailed to you, Joy. then the last one. Is a summation. Two equals 24. Everybody that has submitted thus far, it looks like checks out. So that's good. We got 14 responses, so just waiting on 2 more. Fifteen responses, looking for one more response. So,
I'm getting there.
okay, all right, cool.
It took me a long time to get to it.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Okay, it seems like I have them all. Joy, it seems like maybe your K number worked this time? Or not?
Yeah, it did. It worked fine this time.
Perfect. All righty. So I got the tallies done. Special transpose. Individual. Okay, so this time we're gonna keep the top three and the bottom three. And there's 12, so that means I'm gonna hide the middle 6. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I can do math. Yeah. 4 through 9 and hide those. Okay, so just like last time, there's going to be a thick line separating. Alrighty. And I will now share my screen and show you. So remember that we currently have the top 6 and the bottom 6. Hold on one second. So we currently have the top 6 and the bottom 6. And now I'm going to show you the next 3 top and then the next, and then the bottom 3. How do I explain that? So you already have 1 through 6. And I'm going to show you the next 3. So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, right? And then you have the bottom 6. And so the next 3 are, I can't do that math. Does that make sense? Might not. But anyways, here are the rankings. Okay. So we have, there we go. So for our number, sorry?
Can you zoom? The screen's super tiny. My apologies.
I can't. There. So addictive disorders counseling, HITCIM, and then ADN nursing position 2. So those are going to be 7, 8, and 9. And then our next 3 at the bottom are DSPS position 2, art history, and biological sciences position 2. Does anybody need more time to digest that? And if you do, it's okay. I can go ahead and create the last ballots for our final rounds of ranking. Does that work for folks?
Yep.
Okay, right on. All right. So. Okay, first link. Sharing out at 4:36 p.m. There's the Google Doc that would be your paper ballot for those of you that like to use that. I muted myself, and now I will finalize the Google form for the actual rank.
I couldn't see it. It says I need access.
It opened for me.
Can you refresh, Anna? It says academic senate members are all viewers.
Okay, it's working.
Okay, right on. Okay, coolness. Okay, ranking form is now available. Putting it in the chat at 4:41. Emailing it. All right, senators, hopefully our final round.
Hey, Ray, can you email it to me again? That worked super fast when you did it that way. Sorry. Okay.
It's already emailed to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you.
Still working?
Yes. If all right, do a dance. 16 ballots are in, all check, have the right number of ones, twos, and threes, all add up to 12. So now we can sum of the columns and finalize this. Okay. Wow. All right, so I don't don't think I need to hide any. We do not have any ties. Special transpose. Okay, so I don't need to hide any. We do not have any ties, and so I can just show you the next ranking. So we have the first 6, and then we have the next 3, and then these 6 are going to go before the bottom 3 that we just saw, and then the 6 before that. Okay. So this is essentially positions 10, position 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And if anybody would like, I can create 1 through 24 quickly. Okay, Robbie's giving me a thumbs up. All righty. One more spreadsheet. And then I don't want to look at spreadsheets for a year. Okay. All right, positions 1 through 6. Position 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right, 1 through 24 ranked. All right, so here we have, they don't all fit. Well, it's sticking them all on one screen. But please check your notes. ADN nursing position 1, physics and engineering, construction tech, computer science position 1, biological sciences position 1, DSPS 1, addictive disorders counseling, HIT-CIM, ADN position 2, English 1, American ethnic studies, library, academic counseling position 1, ceramics, marine diving tech, DSPS, art history, biological sciences position 2, computer sciences position 2, Spanish, theater arts, academic counseling position 2, English position 2, and then ADN nursing position 3. Would anybody like me to bring anything up at this time?
I have a question, and it's probably me, but when I was scribbling down the intermediate results as we went along, I had ADN2 and HIT reversed from what you have.
Robbie, did you have HIT after addictive disorders and then ADN2?
You're muted. Sorry, I had for the top 3 of round 2, addictive disorders, then ADN2, then HIT.
Hold on.
No, the other
HIT
way.
was first.
Hold on. Easy fix. I took screenshots as we went through. Okay,
Right.
so here's the first round.
Yeah,
Okay. Second round, addictive disorders counseling, HIT, ADN.
okay, it's me. Sorry about that.
Okay. So any more looking and digesting or comparing to what the deans gave us at this time? Counseling, Jen.
It's not related to that, but I was wondering if we had received any clarification or information about how many positions administration is looking at, even if it's not 100% confirmed.
The only thing we can definitively say is that it's at least 4. But I don't know beyond that. That was all Dr. Murillo would commit to when asked.
Thank you for that.
Joy?
Yeah, can you remind me, are you going to send out this list of ranking 1 to 24? I couldn't jot it down fast enough, but I'd be interested in having it.
Yep, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
It gets sent out faculty wide.
Oh, okay.
Ellen?
Sorry, just to clarify, is the at least 4 in addition to the 4 that were ranked 0, or at least those 4? Or different 4, but like, I'm wondering how that relates to the dean's ranking.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I don't think the dean's rankings existed when she's even said that. I could be wrong, but yeah, no. The deans did that because, you know, they were like, well, there's these other funding sources, so out of our general fund, whereas the conversations that CPC faculty had with Dr. Murillo on Tuesday were, you know, Ruth mentioned that at BRAC, there was 4 line items for full-time faculty for next year. And all Dr. Murillo would say was, yes, I can commit to around that. And then not much else was discussed or augmented on. Supposedly we're going through a FON, our faculty obligation number audit. And so that's why she won't commit to anything, because we're working right now on that number. And what is it? Where is it? And things like that. So she wanted to wait until at least next week until that can be discussed further. Okay, other questions, comments, or concerns at this time about our ranking? Speak now or?
I just want to say thank you. It went really smooth and everything. So thank you, Ray, for that.
Yeah, right on. I have a little spreadsheet magic in my fingertips still, or not.
Well, now I know who to go to, right?
No. No. Yeah. Thank you for that though. Appreciate it. Especially because like after all of that, I now need los agaves for dinner. And when I say I need los agaves for dinner, I mean I need a margarita. Yeah.
Deserved, well deserved.
Thank you. Other questions, comments, or concerns? If not, I'd love to entertain a motion to accept our rankings as shared.
So moved.
Thank you, Anna. Anna Garcia has moved to accept the rankings as shared.
I'll second. This is Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie. Russell Granger, do you have a question or further discussion point, or did you want a second?
I'll do both. So I'll second the motion, and I do have a couple of questions.
Okay, sure.
One, I could not find the dean's ranking inside the Academic Senate folder. Where is it at?
It's not there. Hold on, let me add it now. I meant to do that and I was anxiously editing my Google Forms. So let me do that now.
And then the second question would be, is there anything preventing me from sharing out to my division, both the Senate ranking and the dean's rankings?
So we are a Brown Act committee. And so meaning that like everything we do in this meeting is public. And so you are absolutely welcome to share out any information that was discussed in this meeting.
Thank you.
And I just dropped the dean's rankings PDF in there. And I'll grab the link. And share it in the chat so everybody knows where it is. So now it is in the folder and I need to attach it to today's agenda on board docs too as an amendment so that the public has access to it. Okay, so we have a motion on the table to approve the Senate ranking as shared. Is there any further discussion? I'm hearing and seeing none. So with that in mind, we shall do a roll call ranking, board docs. Couple more clicks and we'll be there. Okay, Academic Senate. Looking for our members. There we go. So you may vote yes to support the Senate rankings. You may vote no to vote them down, or you may abstain, which is a non-vote. Ben.
Yes.
Counselor Jen.
Yes.
Ellen.
Yes.
Jenny.
Yes.
Joy.
Yes.
Ivana.
Yes.
Elizabeth.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Robin.
Yes.
Jess.
Yes.
Robbie.
Yes.
Ruth.
Yes.
Tara.
Yes.
Russell.
Yes.
Trisha.
Yes.
And Anna.
Sorry, it was giving me trouble one meeting. Yes.
Awesome. So our motion passes unanimously. I will share out the rankings to our superintendent president. I will share them out faculty-wide. Like I said, we might not be hearing much for about a week other than the rankings that we have. We have one more item on our agenda, but the time is now 5:01 and I would like to respect everybody's time, especially because we have another meeting next week that we can table that item to, which is planning for our fall plenary. So we'll put that at the top of the agenda for next week. So unless I hear otherwise, I will declare this meeting of the Academic Senate concluded for today. Sounds good? Okay. Hey, Franny, you want to come say bye? Franny's not here to end the meeting, so I guess I'm going to end the meeting. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.